to a show I like to call Moody Mondays. The only show where you'll be able to get a authentic look into my life, the lessons I've been learning, and a little bit of a sit-down talk about how to improve your life as well as mine. I feel like the main point of this video is something that seems very basic, but I only learned very recently. You don't have to be kind to be a good person. You just have to be a good person to be kind. Now, sometimes when I say something like that, people get mad and they're like, "Oh, Josh, you're mean. You're not a good person," yeah, and all the shit. Like, dude, shut up. I used to know this girl who like absolutely sucked up to everybody. I mean everyone, and I watched her do that. I watched her do it to me, when all that I wanted was the truth on how she felt about me, but she wouldn't give it to me. She wouldn't give me the truth. She was doing all these chores and making sure people were happy and stressing out, and she didn't want to say her opinion simply because she wanted people to like her. When you bend over backwards for people, you don't deserve that kindness. You insult yourself more than you'd insult them if you actually spoke the truth. You can be like the most complimentative person ever and still not be a good person, and the reason why is because you don't tell the truth, right? You're doing all these things, you're telling people they have nice shoes, that their hair looks good, but it's not all authentic. You're doing it because you want to feel like a good person. If you spend all this time making sure that people like you and making sure that, you know, you compliment people and you're liked and you're well behaved and you're fucking formal all the time, then you're truthfully not a good person. Then you're not doing it out of the good of your own heart. You're doing it so you can feel good. Now, I don't want people to be like, "Hey, Josh, you're a scumbag who thinks people should just insult each other all the time." No, just no. My point is, you should be nice to someone because you want the best for them. My point is, you should compliment them because you like whatever they did. You liked the effort that they put into their clothing, or their jewelry, or their hair, or whatever shoes they wore, their makeup, right? Instead of complimenting them on literally anything you can find that's decent. Because we've all been there, right? We've put in work, and we've put in like 30 minutes to an hour to 2 hours of time trying to make sure we're presentable and that we are decent looking human beings, and we did our hair, and some of you did, the girls out there did their makeup, and the boys made sure their shoe game was on fire, right? And then you get no compliments. It's like, well, okay, that kind of fucking sucks. And then there's this one day where you roll out of bed, right? You're not feeling all the best mentally. You go to the grocery store in your jammy jams, right? And then you see this fucking high on life, moonwalking down the soup aisle asshat who compliments you on your shoes. And it doesn't quite feel right. I don't know about you guys, but there's something about that that just makes me angry. There's something about that that pisses me off, because I know they're not telling me the truth. Because I know my hair isn't the best looking, because I know I didn't shower that day, because I know I probably smelled a little like cheese. It makes me feel like that person is checking off their own little personal check mark and their own little vendetta, rather than actually being... Sorry, my roommate. It makes me feel like that person is checking off their own little personal check mark, rather than actually enjoying my shoe style, or enjoying how my hair looks, or complimenting the effort I put in my fucking outfit. The point is not to be an asshole, but it's also not to lie straight to people's faces, right? Giving people that false confidence is like one of the worst things you can do. We all see it in movies where people give someone a sense of false confidence and then they go on stage and embarrass themselves, right? That's not fun. Look, if you want to compliment someone because you actually enjoy how they look, or you actually see the effort they put into how they look or how they're acting, compliment someone. If you see a boy or a girl, you start a conversation off just by complimenting them and you start flirting with them, go right ahead. But just make sure it's truthful. The second you start complimenting people just to check a box, just because it makes you feel better about yourself, or you straight up lie to your friends, and I'm not talking about like, no, that dress doesn't make you look fat. I'm talking like lying to your homegirl about what you think about her relationship, just because she's in her honeymoon phase, right? You shouldn't lie to this girl. You should tell her the truth. You should tell her, hey, I don't think this relationship is healthy. You're not a good person if you lie to her, being like, yeah, everything's fine, when in the back of your mind you're being like, he's treating her like a scumbag, she's treating him like a scumbag, right? You shouldn't do that to your friend. When you're a good person, you spare time for yourself. You spare time for your friends. You spare time for your family. And you spare time for strangers in need of help. You say what you think based off of your morals and what you like. Good people don't sell themselves short. Kind people do. If you liked this video of Moody... If you liked this episode of Moody Mondays, please consider hitting that like and subscribe button, as it really helps me understand what you guys like, what you guys like listening to, what you guys like watching, and it also helps me understand what videos don't really work out so well. I know yesterday's videos, I posted 2 because I missed one, weren't the best and most cohesive videos ever, but they're still videos, and I still need to make a video, so every now and then that's gonna happen, and I'm sorry about that, but yeah, okay, bye.